growing up, I was like everyone else. I was taught, I heard that the only way to get ahead in life and kind of separate yourself from everyone else is to go and get a college degree. So that is what I went and did. I went over to America and I played college basketball and I got a college degree. There's me getting buckets on the left there. Used to be faster than I am now. But I went over there and when I came back, I kid you not, I used to fantasize and daydream about coming back to Australia and all these companies would be fighting over me. They'd be bidding with each other to try and outwin my services because I had this piece of paper that I kind of worshipped a little bit growing up because everyone told me that this is how you get ahead in life. And so I came back to Australia and just like that just then, there was just silence, there was nothing. No one cared that I had this piece of paper. And to make things worse, I injured my back and so I went from college basketball player, college degree, came back, moved back in with my mum and went on Centrelink, went on government assistance. And that was when I started to really develop a bit of toxicity and a bit of hate for the world because I kind of started to get that feeling like I felt like I did everything I was supposed to do and it didn't work out. Has anyone ever had that feeling where you did everything you thought you should do and it didn't work out? Thank you, not alone. So luckily, I changed my mindset. I planted my foot on the ground, I made a pivot, and I realized, well, having a whinge and having a cry about it isn't actually, it feels good, but it's actually not doing anything for me. So I changed my mindset. Instead of looking for the job, I just started looking for a job. I love my mum, I need to get out of there. So that was what led me to working in a warehouse. And I learned from putting these photos together. I wasn't obviously the hardest working warehouse worker in the world. But that was what I experienced. Again, like everyone else, I was doing the minimum, obviously, and they were paying me the minimum. It was that I experienced what everyone else experiences, those golden handcuffs where I'm obviously working just hard enough to not get fired, and they're paying me just enough so I don't quit. Both hands up like you're in golden handcuffs if you've ever experienced that before. Anyone? Yeah. So there I am, broke, unhappy, hate having a boss, hate being told what to do, hate commuting to a job in the first place, but everyone else around me feels the same way. So I don't really think too much about it. I just think that's the normal. Everyone else is feeling the same way, everyone else is going through the same thing. So I never actually did anything about it. I had the awareness that I was unhappy, but I didn't do anything about it because everyone else was going along with it as well. So I just say things like, I'm alright, I'm okay, you'll get through it, things like that. And it wasn't until a fateful night, I got speaking to my mum, I get a text from my mum. I'm actually working 2 jobs because I can't live off the full-time job as a warehouse worker. And I get home from my second job and I get a text from my mum and she needs me to bring her over something that I had borrowed. So I do one of those and alright, jump in my car, she's only 15 minutes away. And as I'm a couple of blocks away, I hit a pothole. And it's one of those flat tires where I instantly start getting those flat tire. And literally in that moment when I felt my car hit that pothole and my car dropped to one side, I started bawling my eyes out because all this fear and stress came over me. And looking back to it, it was like I could see it. It was like a mist that came over me because earlier in that week when I sat down, I budgeted for my rent and I budgeted for my groceries and I had my phone bill covered, but I didn't have a flat tire in the mix. And I freaked out because it wasn't in my plans. And as I roll into my mum's house, of course, I'm 24, 25 at the time, so what do? I yell and scream at my mum because in my mind it's her fault. Because if she didn't ask me to bring over what she needed, I never would have hit that pothole. So I'm yelling and screaming at my mum because it's her fault. And then I get home, I go to bed, and that next morning I get out of bed and I do one of those things, where you flip the covers up and you sit up and you flip your legs over, but then you just kind of put your elbows on your knees and just sit there. I'm sitting there and I'm talking to myself. I'm like, this isn't normal. I'm working 2 jobs and I can't cover a flat tire. Something is not right. And that was when I made that decision. Yesterday, for those in the director and above meeting, we heard when Eric Warren made his decision. You heard Irene and David earlier this morning when they made that decision. I made that decision then that I would never, ever, ever, ever be in that position ever again, where something so small can have such an impact on my life and make me so upset, so miserable, and argue with a loved one. Has anyone argued with a loved one because money, or lack thereof money, I should say? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. So that was when I really made that decision, and it was in that same month I found Isagenix and I got started and I got to work and I worked my butt off. But it was because I made that decision. And what I didn't know at the time was I was joining what we live in now, which is this side economy, this side hustle economy. 76% of Australians right now are looking for a side hustle. That's 3 out of every 4. 52% of Australians, so 1 out of every 2, are inspired by what they see from us on social media. 1 out of 2. And one in 3 Australians with a full-time job already have a side hustle as well because they need extra income. So that was me. I was working full-time. I already had one side hustle, and then I needed Isagenix to be my second side hustle. I haven't told many people this, but back before network marketing, before Isagenix, I sat down on my laptop and I sent an email out. And I applied for the counter of every adult store on the southern Gold Coast. And I know what you're thinking, and no, it's not because I wanted the staff discounts. It's because I never had anyone on stage telling me that there was another way, like I am today. You don't know what you don't know, which also means you only know what you know. And so all my brain knew was how to trade time for money. So when I sat down, I made this promise to myself, I will never let money run my life like this. The only thing my brain knew what to do, sit down. All right, Jackson, you already work from about 7 to 8 a.m. to about 5 to 6 p.m. and you need more money. What you need to do is work at night. And that's why I applied for jobs at the counter of adult stores, because I knew I could get hours from about 9 to 2. Thinking back to that, it makes me so upset that that's where I was at. That's what I thought was a good idea. And now people are doing it, but instead of emailing adult stores, because it's not about the adult stores, instead they're just driving Ubers till 2 a.m. in the morning. They're renting out their rooms to strangers in Airbnbs. Everyone is trying to get ahead. 5 years ago, as weird as it sounds, Uber wasn't a thing. Again, 5 years is going to go like that. We can't imagine. I know I can't imagine life without Uber Eats. It's crazy how much time flies. Who has ever taken an Uber before? Yeah? Whoever has lives off Uber Eats, orders Uber Eats, not lives off it, orders it. Special treat, a reward, balance. Who's ever stayed in an Airbnb before? Right? This is the norm now. This is the way people earn an extra income now, is we're leveraging larger organizations to make a side income, a side hustle. Who's ever bought something online? I know these are rhetorical, but I appreciate it. Who's ever bought something because someone referred something to them? Right? This is the world we live in now. And what we're involved with, Isagenix network marketing, that is in the center of all of this. Too many people are telling themselves that what we're doing is weird. I'm here to tell you that the truth is, I'm here to tell you that the numbers show that that's not true. The truth is, we are ahead of the curve. We have what everyone is looking for. This is the most rewarding profession on the planet. Make some noise if you feel like you're in the right place at the right time. There we go. So what is network marketing? Because by the raise of hands, I know there are so many new people here taking a look at this for the first time. Network marketing, to me, my definition, is a network of passionate people who educate others on products that can add value to their lives. But more importantly, what do? We sell a product, we build a team of people who sell products, and we improve the productivity of a team based on leadership. Now, I've got the best view in the house of everyone's beautiful faces, and what I just witnessed when I said the word sell, everyone got a little weird, a little uptight, a little wriggle in the chair. Does anyone have that feeling where they just get a bit uncomfortable if we talk about selling, that we sell? Not that many? Oh, thank you for the lights. Well, I know I certainly did. When I got started, it was a big hold up for me because I felt like I would be taking advantage of people or taking things from people. So, I wrote down, thank you for bringing this out here, I wrote down what helped me dramatically was I read a book called The Go-Giver Sells More. And I've got a paragraph I want to read, and I didn't put it up on the slide on purpose because I didn't want you guys to worry about taking a photo. I just want you to listen and take it in. Most of us look at sales backwards. We may see it as convincing people to do something they don't want to do, but it isn't. It's about learning what people want and helping them do that. We may think it's about taking advantage of others, when in fact it's about giving other people more advantage. But the biggest inversion of all, the great upside down misconception about sales, is that it's an effort to get something from others. So that was my big thing. The truth is that sales at its best is precisely the opposite. It's about giving. Selling is giving. Giving time, attention, counsel, education, empathy, and value. In fact, the word sell comes from the Old English word sellan, which means, you guessed it, to sell. Make some noise if you're ready to sell a whole lot more after this weekend. To sell is to give. Thank you up the front. To sell is to give. One more time. To sell is to give. Turn next to the person next to you. To sell is to give. Thank you. Don't just take my word for it. The Wall Street Journal calls network marketing the ultimate social business model. Forbes is predicting larger than life growth. Larger than life growth. Now remember, as Isagenix experiences larger than life growth, the number of 5, 6, and 7-figure income earners has to experience larger than life growth. One can't go without the other. In 2017, the global revenue for network marketing was $189 billion, with a B, $189 billion. A fun fact is in 2012, if you combined the entire music industry, if you've ever listened to a song before, say I. I. If you've ever listened to a song before, say I. I. Thank you. If you combine the entire music industry with the entire movie industry, if you've ever seen a movie before, say I. I. Thank you. If you combine the entire music industry and the entire movie industry, it would come to a grand total of $96.5 billion, which is half what we represent with network marketing. Half of what we represent with network marketing. But as a society, who do we all worship? Who do we all look up to? Movie stars, music stars. How can we kind of worship these types of people, but they only be half of what we're able to create? I believe why we're able to double what the music and movie industry do together is because songs are great, movies are great, but all they ever do is distract you from your problem. With network marketing, we don't distract you from your problem, we help you with your problem. To me, it's all about adding value. You create more value for people, you can create more money. That's what network marketing, and especially what Isagenix is all about. Too many people are telling themselves that what we are doing is weird. I'm here to tell you that the numbers scream that that's not the case. The truth is we are ahead of the curve. We have what everyone is looking for. This is the most rewarding profession on the planet. Make some noise if you know you're in the right place at the right time. So location independent, flexible schedule, low risk, high reward. These are just some of the things that make network marketing so incredible to become a part of. Because if you're in this room right now and you're a part of a traditional business, or you've had a traditional business, or you're looking for a traditional business, You get basically the opposite of what we get with network marketing. There's no such thing as a flexible schedule. There's really no such thing as mentorship. People that are doing the do, teaching you how to do it. A, every step of the way, but B, trying to help you earn more money than them. That doesn't happen in traditional business. So before I came out here, we saw a lot of people coming out earning a lot of money, which is incredible. But with Isagenix, with network marketing, you don't have to wait till you're earning 6- and 7-figure income to really have a dramatic impact on your life. I want to introduce you guys to the beautiful Emma. Emma has 3 beautiful kids. She's pregnant with number 4. And her husband, just to give you a bit of glimpse in their lives, he works 9 months away a year. The 3 kids, Emma and baby number 4, coming along the way. So this kind of formula up there, this is going to be more for people. For some people it's going to be less with rebates and where they live and everything like that. It's not about the number at all. It's just about the mindset and helping understand that there's other ways out there than trading time for money. But when I sat down with Emma, and because she really, really wanted to contribute to her family, we realized and we figured out she can earn $130 a day by going to work full time. But in order to do so, she has to pay $110 a day in childcare. And so as you can see, at the end of her hard day, she's taking the kids and giving them to someone else to raise for the day. She walks away with $20. I enter the room. Isagenix enters the room. We get to have a different conversation. Already, Emma has earned over $1,000 through Isagenix while having 3 kids, while working, while being pregnant with baby number 4, while having her partner away for 1 month a year. She's all, yeah, that definitely deserves an Because as you can tell from that photo, she just fell so in love with these products. And as network marketers, we get to have a different conversation. Instead of a conversation of give your kids in childcare all day and then go work all day, we get to have a conversation, stay at home with your kids all day, spend time with them, be present with them. When they go down for a nap, work on your business. When they go to bed, stay up an extra hour and work on your business. Instead of paying people every weekday to look after your kids, pay someone once a weekend every month to look after your kids while you go to an event. It's a different conversation we get to have where we can create more money because it's an uncapped income, and we can have what we really want more than anything, which is time with our loved ones. Let me introduce you to someone else, the beautiful Mel. Mel is on the left, and the little legend in the middle is Lawrence. Now Lawrence is a type 1 diabetic, and February this month was a big month for Lawrence and for Mel, but for Lawrence because he started kindergarten, he started school for the very first time, and that's his traditional first day of school photo. Mel, for as long as she can remember, had been planning to take 2 weeks off because she needed to go to school with him every day and make sure he's okay, he's safe, to teach and educate the teachers how to handle him, and just make sure he's okay, even though taking 2 weeks off was going to be very, very financially stressful. I get to enter the room, Isagenix enters the room. She said, screw taking 2 weeks off, I'm taking the whole month off, firstly. And now, taking the whole month off, she gets to be with him at school. She gets to work on her Isagenix business in the teacher's lounge out the back. And she sent me this text, and I want to read it word for word because it got me right in the heart. It was, because of this time freedom, Lawrence gets to be a kindergartner, not a diabetic, for the first week of his school life. If you're building this for your kids, for your family, would you be able to just stand for me? Can we give everyone a round of applause? Because that's what it's for. That's why we're doing it, right? For our family. Thank you. Thank you guys. Please sit. Family, everything. So, Earlier, I was showing you what Wall Street thinks about network marketing. I was showing you what Forbes thinks about network marketing. I want to show you guys what Tony Robbins, easily regarded as the world's leading business mindset success coach, I want to show you guys what he thinks about network marketing. So if you guys can play that video.